Hello, we are from Group 1. Today, we will presentation our ISAs about DFS Alghortihm in Python program language. Group 1 is from class 2 ISA 2. Our member is David Ernestine, Gideon Simamora, and Muhammad Rafi Aulia.
Hello, my name is Gideon Simamora and I'm from Group 1. Now I want to explain about the program language. The program language is a set of instructions that given to a computer to be able to carry out certain tasks in solving a problem. Program language serves to command the computer to that it can process data according to the complete step and have been determined by the programmer. This language allows a programmer to specify exactly which data will be processed by the computer, how this data will be stored, and what kind of step will be taken in various situations exactly. The main function of program language is as a tool to give command to computer that it can move to process words according to what you want. The output of the program language itself can be in the form of application or special program. The development of the language of this program certainly creates various technology innovation that help people on their daily life. The program language has 3 levels, and I want to tell you about each level. For the first low-level program language, it contains instruction addressed to the computer using binary code, and the code will be directly translated by the computer without having to go through the computation process. And the second level, intermediate program language or mid-level. In this mid-level programming language are instruction in the form of mnemonic code such as ADD, SUB, DIV, STOLOD, and GMP, and the others. However, the language in this intermediate level must be translated into machine language, and because the computer only understand the use of mechanic language. And for the third level, high level program language, in this high level program language contains instruction that use natural language that human understand, such as English or mathematics. This level was treated to overcome the shortcoming of the middle and low level.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce my name. My name is Muhammad Rafi Aulia, and I'm from the first group. Okay, here I will explain about definition of Python and history of Python. Python is an interpreted, object-oriented, high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. The high-level built-in data structures, combined with dynamic typing and dynamic binding, make them very attractive for rapid application development, as well as for use as scripting language or glues to link existing components together. Python is simple and easy to learn, syntax emphasis, readability, and therefore reduce program maintenance cost. Python supports modules and package, which encourage program modularity and code reuse. The Python translator, an extensive standard library, is available in source of binary form at no charge for all major platforms, and it's freely distributed. And then I will explain about history of Python. Python is a general-purpose, high-level programming language that is widely used. It was originally designed by Guido van Rossum in 1991 and developed by the Python Software Foundation. It was primarily developed for an emphasis on code readability, and its syntax allows programmers to express concepts in fewer lines of code. In the late 1980s, history was about to be written. That's when Python's work begins. Soon after, Guido van Rossum started doing application-based work in December 1989 at the Centrum Wiskunde en Informatica, or CWI, located in the Netherlands. It started first as a hobby project as she was looking for an interesting project to keep her busy during Christmas. The programming language in which Python is said to be successful is the ABC programming language, which has an interface with the Amoeba operating system and has exception handling features. She had helped create ABC early in his career, and he had seen some issues with ABC but liked most of its features. After that, what he did was really very clever. He has picked up the ABC syntax and some of its good features. It came with a lot of Grups too. So, he, or Guido van Rossum, fixed the program completely and has created a great scripting language that has removed all its flaws. The inspiration for the name came from the BBC TV show, Monty Python's Flying Circus. That's the name. As he was a huge fan of the TV show, and also he wanted a short, quickly and slightly mysterious name for his invention, and hence he named it Python. He was a good-natured dictator for life, or BDFL, until he stepped down from his leadership position on July 12, 2018. For some time, he used to work for Google, but currently he works at Dropbox. The language was finally released in 1991. When it was released, it used less code to express concepts. If we compare it to Java, C++, and C, its design philosophy is also quite good. Its main purpose is to provide code readability and advance developer productivity. When released, it had more than enough capability to provide classes with inheritance, some core exception handling data types and functions. And now I'll explain about DFS, or Depth First Search. The DFS was first studied in the 19th century by French mathematician Charles Pierre as a strategy for solving mazes. DFS is one of the most common algorithms used to search graph or tree data structure using backtracking techniques. DFS is also known as depth first traversal if we use it in tree data structure. The tree itself is defined as a connected graph that does not contain circuit. DFS algorithm is a search in a tree by tracing one branch of a tree until it finds a solution. This search is carried out on one node in each level from the far left and continues on the right node. If a solution is found, then there is no need for a backtracking process to get the desired path. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ernestine. I will explain about how depth first search works. The search process of the DFS algorithm will be carried out on all its children first before searching for nodes that are the same level. The DFS algorithm performs calculations sequentially from the last order after as heighting all possibilities. from the last point, then back the previous point until the first point. The search start from the root node to a higher level. This process is repeated until a solution is found. Example is of the first implementation. The example about use priority to enter the cheat from node the last first into query. Query A, check A is not a solution, then save it in output. B, C, check B is not a solution, then save it in output. D, C, check D is not a solution, then save it in output. F, C, check F is a solution, then save it in output. The process is complete. Output is A, B, D, F. Based on the step above, it can be concluded that with DFS, the most optimal path is a path A, B, D, F. Implementation of DFS in Python. Explanation. Line 2 for 9. The illustrated graph is represented using an adjacency list. An easy way to do it in Python is to use a dictionary data structure. Each vertex has a list of its adjacent node store. Line 11, visited is set is used to keep track of visited nodes. Line 21, the DFS function is called and is passed the visited set. The graph in the form of a dictionary and A with its starting node. Line 13 to line 18, the DFS following the algorithm described above. It first checks if the current node is unvisited. If yes, it is appended to visit set. Then for each of the current node, the DFS function is called again. The base case is involved when all nodes visit the function, then return. Complexity analysis. Since all the nodes and vertices are visited, the different types complexity for DFS on a graph is O, V plus A, O, V plus A, where V is the number of the vertex A. If the number of X in case of the DFS on tree, the time complexity is O, V, where is V is the number of nodes. Conclusion. The DFS of or DFS traversal is a recursive algorithm to find all the vertices of a graph or T-data structure. Traversal means visiting all nodes of the graph. The standard DFS implementation place each graph node into one to categories, visited and not visited. The goal of this algorithm is to mark its node as visited while avoiding cycle. The algorithm works as follows. Start by passing one the graph vertex on the left. Take the top item from the stack and add it to visited list. List the adjacent vertices of that node and those nodes to is visited to top of the stack. Keep repeating step 2 and 3 until each stack is empty. Application of algorithm. DFS algorithm is for finding the path to test if the graph is bipartite, for finding strongly connected component of a graph, for the static cycle in the graph. Suggestion from the discuss about this is a project. We hope that reader will know more about the DFS algorithm and Python be able to implementing in real life. So many of us, Group 1, Devided Ernestine, Gideon Simamora, and Muhammad Rafi Aulia in ISAS 2 about Python, about the DFS algorithm in Python. Lack of apologies. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.